Justin Martyr was a church father that lived in the 2nd century. He suffered martyrdom at Rome under the emperor Marcus Aurelius. Like Barnabas and Irenaeus, Justin is considered a Chiliast. In his dialogue with the non-believer Trypho, he made this statement: "But I and others who are right-minded Christians on all points are assured that there will be a resurrection of the dead and 1,000 years in Jerusalem, which will then be built, adorned, and enlarged, as the prophets Ezekiel and Isaiah and others declare." Notice that Justin Martyr says that Jerusalem will be adorned. This is the same way the New Jerusalem in Revelation is described, because it is adorned. Justin goes on to confirm this by referring to Isaiah chapter 55, verse 17, which speaks of the new heaven and earth. He probably also alludes to Ezekiel's millennial temple, which lasts forever, not just 1,000 years. He says there will be a resurrection and then the expansion of Jerusalem. Justin continues, "For Isaiah spake thus concerning the space of 1,000 years. For there shall be the new heaven and the new earth, and the former shall not be remembered or come into their heart, but they shall find joy and gladness in it, which things I create. For behold, I make Jerusalem a rejoicing, and my people a joy, and I shall rejoice over Jerusalem and be glad over my people." He quotes Isaiah chapter 65 to the end, but what is clear is that he is talking about the new heaven and earth. In Revelation, that is found in chapter 21. So the Jerusalem that is adorned is the new Jerusalem, not the earthly Jerusalem. The 1,000 years are spent in the new or heavenly Jerusalem. He says this concerns the space of 1,000 years. Then Justin explains the first resurrection as is found in Isaiah. Now we have understood that the expression used among these words, "according to the days of the tree of life, shall be the days of my people. The works of their toil shall abound," obscurely predicts 1,000 years. For as Adam was told that in the day he ate of the tree he would die, we know that he did not complete 1,000 years. We have perceived, moreover, that the expression, "the day of the Lord is as 1,000 years," is connected with the subject. And further, there was a certain man with us, whose name was John, one of the apostles of Christ, who prophesied by a revelation that was made to him, that those who believed in our Christ would dwell 1,000 years in Jerusalem, and that thereafter the general and, in short, the eternal resurrection and judgment of all men would likewise take place, just as our Lord also said, "They shall neither marry nor be given in marriage, but shall be equal to the angels, the children of the God of the resurrection." In this section, Justin refers to the first resurrection, in which men shall be equal to the angels. If they shall be equal to the angels in heaven, then they won't be like earthly men. Those in the first resurrection need not fear the second death. It is a new creature that is resurrected. The eternal resurrection of all men then takes place. The first resurrection is to the New Jerusalem, the Jerusalem above, which doesn't descend until Revelation 21. The first resurrection is not a bodily resurrection on the present earth, as is the claim of premillennialism. That is not the claim of the Chiliasm of Justin, Irenaeus, or Barnabas. However, Irenaeus spends half of Book 5 against heresies, explaining that the resurrection in the seventh day is bodily, that is, in the new heaven and earth, not the present earth. Irenaeus says it is the Gnostics who promise supercelestial blessings rather than a bodily resurrection. So in the Chiliasm we've examined so far, The bodily resurrection is in the new heaven and earth in the seventh day, and not in the present earth, as is a claim of modern premillennialism. The reason this may be confusing to us today is because when 1,000 years is mentioned, we immediately think of Revelation chapter 20, verses 1 through 7. We don't understand the same relationship of the consummation to creation that the early church fathers did. The next time we'll look at the pre-Christian understanding of the 6,000 years.